Hi, it's me, Alexandra again. I wanted to share other thoughts and rituals about how being prosperous. And some of the things that I had in mind to share is, we have talked about having worn out things and let them go. That's very important in order to prosper. And I think, like in this channel, I just want to share if anybody that feels stuck, that is feeling like waiting for something outside to happen, that is out of control, out of your control, like the economy, the political party, whatever it is that you think like this is never going to change, that indeed things can change, and it can change in your home and with you. And some of the prosperity rituals that I can share with you. I have already shared with you about not having broken stuff on me, like buttons missing. Today I was missing one and I just put it back together because that's important for me. And I think like the things that are out of our control, they just simply are. And the things that we can change, that are under our control, are the things that we can act upon, and the things that we should be acting on every day, as a, getting into our everyday. And some of these things for me is always having cash with me, not always spending it all out at the same time, but always having like a reserve. In Sweden we don't use so much cash because it's like more, the system is made to pay with card. I mean, they don't accept cash in every coffee place and in every restaurant, but I always try to have something. And something that makes me feel prosperous and abundant is to buy every month. When I get my salary, I go and buy $100 or €100. That is my way to save, and I put them in my wallet, because to spend them is impossible. I cannot pay with dollars and euros. And you can do the same. If in your country you have dollars, here you can buy some euros or something else, some francs. To spend that money is very expensive because you have to go and exchange it and lose on it. But I have won with time. The Swedish krona has devalued, so has been a way for me to save. And it slowly grows up, and every year, at the end of the year, you have accumulated something that it has been like you see in your wallet growing little, but you don't need to buy $100. You can just slowly save for something and keep it in your wallet. Just make sure that you have it with you all the time. I read that from a book about the Babylonians, that have been like the most prosperous people on earth, that they always had like something like a piece of gold or something that it was like attracting more abundance to them. So I recommend you to do that. Other things that I do also is never wait for the tank of the car to be finished. I actually tank my car often because I feel like it makes me feel good when it's full, and I don't have to wait until that morning when I'm so stressed and I need to leave the kids and I see that there is no gas in the car. So I wait maybe until it's half of it, and then it feels so cheap too to tank because it's always half a tank. So it makes me feel like it's always full, and I can always take the car and know that there is always gas. That's something that makes me feel prosperous, and I have power over it. And also about, something that I have come to change with time are the bed sheets of my bed, because I realized I'm spending so much time in my bed, and I used to have some ugly, very old things from IKEA, some sheets. Not that there is anything wrong with IKEA, but I really, really wanted something more beautiful. I had seen in some shops some really nice sheets in satin, and I saved and I bought some nice ones, and I enjoy lying in them. I feel like, oh, this is really, really luxurious, and I spend so much time in my bed, at least 7 hours every day. So it should feel good. The same with the towels. If you can afford to get some new towels, do it. You don't have to change all of them. You just can start by buying 2, and then maybe next month you get the other 2. And little by little, you prosper in these little things that are so, we take for granted, that they just, I have the towel in 5 years, it's okay, it still works. But I think like maybe it's time for us to think about these things, because how you treat yourself, life is gonna treat you. As simple as that. And I'm very much here for the climate. I'm very much for not wasting things. So I think like it's more important that you buy one good thing than 10 cheap ones that are not good. So if you have some that work, keep on using them. But I think like if you're considering that it was about time, don't buy cheap things that are gonna get broken anytime soon. Just get something nice and that you can hold on to long time and that you're gonna take care of. Usually we take care of more of the things that cost us more. So I think like we should definitely invest in these things. And just remember, you have control over your time. Be on time. You have control over your words, the bank of words, the things you say to yourself, the things that you say about others. You know, life is the game of boomerangs. Whatever you're saying about someone else, somebody's saying about you. And I think words are very, very special things. Like you should really, really consider, because thoughts are very fast. You cannot control every thought that passes your head. But words are a little bit slower. Words take you to develop that you're talking about it. And if you have, for instance, have a bad experience at work or with a neighbor or at home, share it just with somebody who really, really cares. Don't go spreading this out and creating more abundance of these things that you don't want. I think like words are like they're like alive things, just walking around, just reminding you know what you say, and eventually people are gonna say the same about you. And I think we should really, really consider the bank of words, how you use it, because the thing is with words, it's like this huge bank account that we have, and then you go into this shop that you don't like and you say, oh my god, that's the most horrible sweater I ever seen, it's so disgusting, I would never buy it, please give me 2 of those. Because when we speak all these things that we don't want, what our parents don't want for us, what this boss is telling me all the time that I don't want for myself, life is just repeatedly giving you this. So that's why they keep on showing up. Stop using that bank of words against you. Be careful with your words, use them wisely. And in case you feel like sometimes like, oh, I should have not said that, you can consciously say, I'm sorry, because I think these words, they disappear, they go where they come from. And I think that's like the biggest bank accounts we have. We have the words we speak, the time, our time, these 24 hours that rich and poor have. And those are the things that we all have. And then we also have the idea bank, these ideas that come and visit us. And I'm gonna talk more about the bank of ideas, so that you know how when idea comes to me, I give it a home. It's an incubator of ideas, and this incubator is for me to keep, because I believe ideas come to you, they choose you for some reason, and you should honor them. Even if you don't act upon all the ideas you get, you should honor them and give them a place to stay. And eventually they incubate, and maybe they transform into something, and maybe they don't. But I'm gonna talk more about it next time. Have a good day.